Everyone knows therapy is great for solving problems, but getting therapy has its own problems too, like finding the right therapist, fitting into their schedule, and of course, the cost. Well, BetterHelp can solve those problems. It's totally online and built around your schedule. It's surprisingly affordable too. Connect with a credentialed therapist by phone, video, or online chat, all from the comfort of your home. Visit BetterHelp.com to learn more and save 10% on your first month. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the Blues. We love you, what more can we say? Keep right on.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the Blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's the team, down at St Andrews.
And a very big welcome to Monday Night's Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by Boyle Sports, the principal sponsor of Birmingham's Football Club, and in conjunction with Munch's Cafe at Alton, SAS Autos, our friends at Water Labour Club. This will go out tonight on All Good Blues Facebook sites. It will go out on Switch FM 107.5 and DAB tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. You can also catch us on Podbean, YouTube, and of course Twitter. Right, okay, no football to talk about this week apart from the international scene, but legend in our midst. So we'll crack on with the show, get it done, and here we go. Strap in, get yourself ready for the ride on the world's one and only Tilton Talk Show.
Helping and sharing the load. It's worth the point at home when we sing together. We're there at the end of the road. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the Blues. We love you, what more can we say? We have the team that's tops here at St Andrews. They're gonna give us what we're longing for. It's Birmingham forever, let's hear it from the stand. So come on City, sing this song once more. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the Blues. We love you, what more can we say?
Okay, thank you. He gets one job a week. One job. Hello, Mrs. Browne. And Mr. Wilkes. And Mr. Sheen.
Good evening.
From myself, Mr. Floor. Good evening. And of course, the legend that is the one and only Mr. Paul Devlin. Good evening.
Good evening.
Great to have you with us today, Paul, again. Joining us on the Tilton Talk Show. Nice of you to give your time up. I know nobody gets paid for this, you know what I mean? So it's nice. It's nice when people do that for us. It really is. And especially as somebody who is as revered as you are in and amongst the blues crowd.
Great.
Boom.
Pleasure.
I've said it. Pay.
How much do I owe?
I don't mind. I'm easy. I'm easy. Okay, lots to get through tonight. Lots of talking going on in the other room, which shouldn't be allowed in the green room, should it really? You got lots to talk about, have you? All right, join in. Why don't you? Okay, as always, at the top of the show, if there's any sad news to bring you, we bring it right at the very beginning. And we're obviously saddened this week to hear of the sad loss of Jeremy's mum. Jeremy is obviously very, very, very well known at Blues and is a lovely character. He's one of our own, and we'll give you details of the GoFundMe page that has been set up very shortly to try and raise some money so that we can get this funeral paid for. Over halfway there already, I believe, are we not, Chris? It's not just we, it's the Blues family, by the way. It's everybody. Yeah, well over halfway at the moment, and that's a tremendous response in just a couple of days. But we'll give you the details of that very shortly. Jeremy, this show is for you tonight, mate. Boom. Come on, Blues. Great, isn't it? When you sat outside Bar 8 and you hear that, you know that you're...
He's got the loudest voice in the world.
He's brilliant, isn't he? He's brilliant.
But I remember Jeremy and Brenda for the charity I made for Annie last night.
Yeah, we must mention Brenda as well. You know, bless
they
you,
sold
Brenda,
a load of tickets for us, so yeah.
Yeah,
obviously it's a difficult time at the minute. So
yeah, of course.
I hope we can get him over the line.
Don't you worry. I think we might even get them over the line tonight.
Brilliant. That'd be great.
We'll do our best. We'll do our best because that's all we can do. And don't forget, all I am is just a voice that facilitates. That's it. Nothing special, nothing of any magnitude, right? And I'm still very humble to do this every single Monday. Okay, right. Your charity.
Yeah, got a couple of things in the pipeline for Annie. We've got another game in April. We had a really successful one last October against Wolves. We've got a game.
Did you beat them?
2-2. Great game. You want to see the team there? We had two good teams. So
I want to remember now. Yeah. I don't have a memory, by the way, Paul. So all these things just prompt me as I go through life.
I'm the same, mate, to be honest. But no, we've got another game at Solihull Moors, I think the 19th of April. And then looking at... and
against...
It's going to be against a Darlaston Wensfield team.
Okay.
The lad that I'm doing it with in conjunction with helping some of his charities, Gav Ingles, are probably listening tonight. So it's going to be a little bit for, obviously, the cancer charities that they represent and Annie. Then another golf day in July. And then myself and Jeff doing the big one in next November, as we just talked about. We're doing a charity bike ride across... Vietnam and Cambodia.
Wow!
For about 9 or 10 days for Jeff's charity, and
don't forget to have all your jabs.
Yeah, I think so.
I failed to do mine when I went to Egypt. I'm not going to discuss how I came back, ladies and gents.
I think it's more so getting Jeff actually on a bike at the moment.
Yeah.
Never mind his jabs. So it'll be good fun. It'll be good fun, I'm sure.
That's what it's all about. And you're raising a few quid along the way. Cracking to see these countries as well. There's a big world out there, aren't there?
Yeah. Neil Gibbard, a friend of ours from the Blues, who goes down the Blues all the time. He's done it, I think, 2 or 3 times now. So we're doing it with him. And
are you aware of the course? Is it hilly?
No, he said it's very, very flat. Obviously extremely hot. But he said it's a fantastic experience and fully looking forward to it. He did show me a picture of a massive tarantula though on some.
No, I can't go. I'm not going. I ain't going.
That would be the only thing that put me off. I don't mind the street food and the snakes and the rats, but spiders.
I'll eat anything. I'll eat anything, but I just will not pick one of the things.
No, I'm
no
the
chance.
same.
Zero chance.
I'm
right.
the same, mate.
I actually threatened to slit a policeman's throat because he was going to throw me one.
I don't blame you. I'd have done the same.
Whoa. Borrowed me ladders because an old lady next door where I was working, my daughter's house, hadn't been seen for a few days, and there was one of them big-bodied ones.
Yeah, horrible.
I'm all right with them, mate. I'll just pick them up.
Oh my god!
I know. I've seen you pick one up.
I know. Yeah, I did it at his house.
I couldn't do it.
He was hiding in the garden. I just picked it up.
No, I'm not very brave with them.
Birmingham City and spiders are the only two things that give me goosebumps. And I can't even talk about because I'm at the edge. But no, gosh, don't do them things. Don't do them things at all. How is the fun going at the moment then, and how much more do you need?
Yeah, I mean, we're probably up to about 25, 30 now. I think, we didn't really set a figure on it at the start. We had the Just Giving page and then we did the golf day. So, we've just got, we want to do a couple of events a year. And what Annie's sort of deciding that she wants to do moving forward, she wants to do a little bit of research with some of the Addison's people into EpiPens and stuff like that, future stuff, which obviously all costs money. So, just moving forward with all that, really.
And I know you described it last time that you were in, but just describe Addison's again so people are aware.
It's an autoimmune deficiency disease. Basically, her adrenal glands have been destroyed by some infection that she's caught somewhere, over the last couple of years, which means she doesn't produce a couple of hormones. She doesn't produce a stress hormone, which obviously anything stressful could be potentially fatal for her. It's lifelong and life-threatening, and at the moment, no cure. So, as you can imagine, as we've said before, it's been a bit of a life changer the last couple of years for obviously Annie and me and Sally and the rest of the family.
I bet. You know what? How lucky am I to have 4 healthy kids?
Yeah, I've got 4. I've got 4 as well, and it's just one of those things. But she's here to fight another day, which is the main thing.
Yeah, absolutely, and you absolutely don't know what tomorrow's going to bring.
No, you don't. You don't.
Right, and I always bear that in mind when I say those things. That how lucky am I? Because tomorrow is an absolute.
Well, how many times have you said it, and we've all said it as a throwaway comment? God forbid anything happened to our kids. You never actually think anything is going to happen to them. Yeah. And it's only when something does it that you realise how lucky you are.
Yep, you certainly do. Which is why, I was so pleased last week with the respect that was paid at St Andrews for Remembrance Day. Yeah. The other half, I live with it, lost a son in Afghanistan in 10 years. It'll be 10 years ago in May next year. So how do you put a wreath on a monument?
Yeah.
Just Boom. Right, okay, so how much more money do you need to raise then before
We
you can
haven't put a
get,
target.
or is this just a rolling?
It's just a rolling thing, very fluid, that we're just going to obviously we're going to, just go with it, really. Do the events, couple of events each year, and just see how we get on with it all. So we've not really put a time limit or a target on it, really.
Grand. Okay. And you know Linda, don't you? Linda Ensor Roberts?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, now she's watching, she's listening, and she's also volunteered to do a bungee jump next March for your and Jeff's cause.
Oh, fantastic. She doesn't want me to do it with her, does she?
Probably in Tamworth, the one at Tamworth, yeah. Whether you want to do it actually with her or not.
I think I'd rather hold a tarantula. It'll be a bit easier when I can keep my feet on the ground holding a tarantula. No, it was, there was a few that did a parachute jump for Annie a few months ago.
There was, Lindsay Phillips,
Lindsay and that, a few others, which was fantastic. But probably second only to spiders is I'm not good with heights. So it'd be one of the few things that I wouldn't put myself up for doing, to be honest.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah,
I don't do heights either.
The older I get, the worse I get with them as well.
Yeah.
AMG Logistics has very kindly offered to pay for Lynn £100 sponsorship as well.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
Thanks
yeah, brilliant.
Now that's going to take part not till March 2020, so we've got a lot of time to organise it, a lot of time to advertise it.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll do absolutely the best that we can for both for funds and causes.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And well done, Linda. I can't wait to see your face, mate, especially halfway down.
Has she done one before?
I don't think so. No,
right, okay.
No. We had our Mr. Fun do one a couple of years ago. Who was that for, Chris? Do you remember?
Yeah, I can't remember.
No, I can't remember.
Yeah.
We did it for charity, and his eyes were just so bloodshot when he come down off the bottom.
Linda, do you know what you're letting yourself in for?
I didn't want to tell you that, Linda. Well, I did actually.
And how's the role going with the Blues now? Dev, the one you're doing a lot with the mic, ain't you?
The ambassador.
VIP.
I love it. Yeah, I had Colin Todd down as my guest all day. The last home game against Fulham, so it's brilliant. Colin Todd was in the first Blues team I ever seen play, so it's great when I get my pals, obviously Horse or Jarno or Grange or people like that down, because I played with them and mates of mine, Tatey, but when I get players that I watched when I was a kid at sort of 8 or 10 years of age, the likes of Blakey, Oppie, Colin Todd, people like that, Keith Birch and Joe Gallagher. Yeah. It takes you back to when you were 10 watching them play.
Yeah.
So it's been fantastic, really.
Good. That's good.
Excuse the man, please.
Good stuff.
Trooper, I've arrived. You know what I mean?
Who was the best person to interview so far?
I don't know. They've all got fantastic stories. You're talking to the likes of Mick Harford, Tony Colton.
Yeah.
Alan Kirbysley, people like that. They've all got great stories and all got quite a few good stories about Jim Smith, none of which I could probably tell. But no, they've all been fantastic. And then you get a player like Colin Todd, who, I can only really remember him at the end of his career, but I speak to people who've seen him in his pomp and, world-class player.
Oh, without a doubt.
And a really, really nice bloke as well. So it's great. I wouldn't want to single any of them out. They're all heroes of mine, mate, down the years.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? Like there you were, like a player, and you were heroes of us and my kids and that and this and that the other, and then you've still got yours, which is brilliant.
Yeah, well, you go back to being a kid, don't you? I mean, Mick Harford and Tony Colton.
I do every Monday when I come here.
They came to Annie's golf day.
Right.
And they bought Jeff Thompson, the Australian cricketer as well, and just fantastic.
Just humans, aren't they?
They've showed up to show support for Annie, and I've still got a picture on my phone of when I was 9 and I had my picture taken with Joe Gallagher, the first trophy I ever won.
One of the best interviews I've done in here.
Yeah, and whenever I see Joe, I show him that at the Macadam in about 1980.
The only reason I say that is because I'm genuine. I'm not overawed by anybody. I couldn't give a monkey's who anybody is. I really don't care. But when Joe came in, he played on the very first game I went to.
Yeah, it's brilliant when you get set to, you get to meet people like that, and it does take you back to when you first went down the Blues. And I'm a fan like anyone else, so I'm still in awe when I'm playing golf with people like Tony Colton and Mick Harford, who are big heroes of mine, or the day I met Frank Worthington, and I did something at the ground with Frank. It was just unbelievable. You pinch yourself. You're there with Frank Worthington. So
sitting here with you, Dev, I feel like I got jet black curtains again.
You must have a good memory. But no, it's brilliant to me.
Harsh, that wasn't it?
Brilliant to me.
Smack.
No, because that's what I had when he played for us. That's what I mean. I had jet black curtains when I was 17.
And what you mean made you ball? How did you
So what years did you start on and end your career at St Andrews?
I had 2 spells, didn't I? It was probably the mid-80s till sort of 88, and then I came back the promotion year, and then had another sort of 2 and a bit years there. So, probably the bounds of 5 years there overall. Never wanted to leave, obviously. I ended up going and having a 4-year spell at Sheffield United in between. Well-publicised fallout with Trevor, but never really wanted to leave. It was just brilliant to get the chance to come back in such a successful period in the club's history.
So my kids would have been from kind of 9, 7, 5-ish, 9, 7 and 5.
Yeah.
And Dev's playing.
We had some really good lads in that team.
Proper
like
team.
Jeff Kenner, Martin Granger, or Stern John, people like to mention but a few, John, Nico, Ian Bennett. It was a real good team to play with some solid characters who could play and who could also do the other side of it a little bit.
Yeah.
I've got a room set aside at home, which is a shrine to the Blues, and I've got a pair of Ian Bennett's signed goalkeeper gloves in there. My lad got them. Yeah. And I've just got all sorts. It's just a complete...
Well, he still gives me a little bit of stick now and again on Twitter, Benno. He's heavily into his horses now.
All right.
So anything to do with me being a midget, he always jockey jokes.
How tall are you?
Yeah, 4'8".
But that's not really a midget, is it?
No, but he's only about 4'9", though, isn't he, Benno? He hates it when
nobody's taller than that.
Probably 6 foot in his high heels, Benno. But no, it was a great keeper, Ben, and a real superb. Good character. Absolutely a typical goalie, absolutely crackers.
And again, absolutely revered by the Blues fans.
Yeah, brilliant. Lad.
Where did we buy him from? Was it Peterborough?
Peterborough.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, Peterborough.
Yeah,
Peterborough, but real good shot stopper. We used to take the mickey out of him about his height, but it probably is the thing that held him back from being a real top class keeper. I mean, you look at the goalies now; they're 6'5", 6'6", and I bet I was probably 6 foot, maybe 6'1". But top goalie in his day.
Absolutely superb, yeah. And was with us a fair while as well.
Yeah, 10 years. Testimonial.
I remember his testimonial against Jamaica.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Remember that?
There's a story about that testimonial, right? We were playing Jamaica. It was a beautiful sunny evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was there with my oldest, Adam. So I can't remember how long ago this was now.
About 2005, I'd say.
2005. So
4, 5, something like that.
He'd be 14, 13. No, he'd probably be 13, something like that, right? And there was just loads of Jamaican people there. And he said to me behind the goal at the Tilton, he said, "What's that smell, Dad?" I said, "Just watch the game."
I didn't actually play in that game. I missed that game because I think I'd been out with Tighty all weekend. So I ended up missing that.
I remember Granger's as well. It's Granger's testimonial who was that against?
I wasn't there for Granger's. I remember playing in Fraine's against the Villa.
John Frame, what a player.
There was about 4 sendings off.
Oh,
so Brian Little played and Al Evans, but it ended up with about 4 or 5 sendings off. So I remember playing in that one.
When did you reckon the testimonial was, Paul?
No, I think it was
mid-2000s, something like that.
Was it?
2000.
Was it really?
2003. So it's what, 16, nearly 17 years ago, then, isn't it?
So that would have been Benno's. Yeah, because that would have been Benno's 10 years. Yeah, because he would have signed in about 93. Yeah, true. Yeah. He was with us a couple of years after that, though. Still, wasn't he? He was back up to Mike Tyler for a bit, wasn't
he? Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh yeah,
long time ago.
Flies by, doesn't it?
What do you think to the current squad and team nowadays?
I think it's going to be a long season, to be honest, unless we can get some goals in the team. I mean, if you look at us losing Shea and Morrison, I was a big Morrison fan, but a big fan of Shea and Morrison, really. 30 goals out of the team. If you take 30 goals out of any team in any league, it's going to be a struggle. So
just hasn't happened for Shea, has it?
No, it's a shame. And, would it be an option to get him back on loan to the end of the season? Would that be something that we could look at doing? Because I do think we need a goal scorer in the team. Because at the minute, it doesn't look like we've got anyone who's going to get us 15, 20 goals.
In hindsight, put yourself in Shea's shoes. Do you think he should have stayed another 12 months?
Really difficult because you're getting a chance to go to the Premier League and triple, quadruple your money. So I don't think you can turn it down now. I don't think you can. And you just hope that you go there. You get in the team, you hit the ground running and you get a few goals. It's so difficult when you're a goal scorer because obviously that's ultimately what you're judged on. So even if you're playing well, if you ain't getting a goal...
Same as being a goalkeeper.
Yeah, you're not allowed to make a mistake because everyone's going to remember it. So that's why goal scorers get paid the most money because it's the hardest thing to do in football.
Enkelman. Just had to do that. It was the biggest gaff in football, though, wasn't it? Because I don't think it even touched his foot, really.
No, I think it did because...
if it had gone... like that. Then...
I remember him chasing the ball, and we all thought, obviously, playing in the game, he wouldn't have turned around and chased it. He knew that he touched it. Scratched it. I think if he didn't, his reaction would have been different. But it was great. And I remember
Beautiful moment.
I remember going up to the Belfry some years later to see Robbie Savage, to go and have a coffee with him. He was playing for Blackburn. And Enkelman was reserve team goalkeeper at Blackburn at the time. So I'm sitting down having a coffee with Sav in the bar at the Belfry, because only around the corner from me. With two guy, really good coffee with him. And Enkelman's walked in. And I can't really repeat what Robbie said to Enkelman again. But Dev, you remember him, bleep, 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 that night. Bleep. And Enkelman looks at him as if he wanted to kill him. I was in hysterics in the bar. But yeah, he was fantastic. One of my favourite nights ever at St Andrews.
We have an annual Happy Enkelman Day.
Yes.
Don't we? Every year.
Every year
We have an Happy Enkelman Day. It's well remembered. It's one of those defining moments. You know where you were on that specific time. I'd just come back from Florida. Yeah. Couldn't get to the game, and so drove down to the only pub in town that was showing it, and I just got there as that happened. Yeah,
unbelievable night. One of probably in the top 2 or 3 atmospheres I ever played in that game. You know, I probably definitely at St Andrews the best atmosphere I ever played in.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you play in the Ipswich game?
No, I was at Sheffield. Horse always mentions that. And if he was here, he probably would mention it.
I tell you, I was in the GM lower, not far from the tunnel, but like up towards the top. And I'd got a profoundly deaf lad with me. I've told this story on here many times, and it's the only time he's told me he's ever heard anything.
Really?
And all he could hear was a screech.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And here's fool me, right? I thought it was golden goal. I was bouncing over the top of everybody, thinking we're going to Wembley, and then kicked off again by the time I'd realised. I joke you not. I absolutely joke you not. That is true. That is.
I remember the Villa game. I remember standing in the club and I could feel the floor below me.
Yeah,
bouncing. Incredible.
It just felt like the whole ground.
It was just unbelievable.
And to get off to such a good start as well. Obviously, Clinton scored, and then to hammer them 3-0. It was just a perfect.
Well, they were coming back into it before that mistake, weren't they?
No, they weren't.
Because they had one disallowed, didn't they, for offside?
Yeah. No, listen. They was heavy favourites. It was heavy favourites at the time. I remember the press leading up to it. They didn't give us any chance.
I remember panicking a bit when they brought Dublin and Vassal on.
Yeah.
And then obviously we went on and got another 2, which was lovely.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
But I do remember sitting there worried a little bit for a few minutes.
You're always worried at that game, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know,
I was a nervous wreck. It was the first one I'd ever seen.
It's like the last one that kind of got marred somewhat. We don't talk about that incident at all. But it's the second the football fixtures come out, you don't look for anything else. You run down, what date is it? Straight in a diary.
I think that's a sign with everybody with the derby game, isn't it? No matter where they're from. It's the biggest game of the season, really. I think if you're a Man U fan or a Liverpool fan, you look for those derby games, don't you? And obviously, you know, we're no different. I dare say the Villa fans are the same. That's the 2 that you pencil in at the start of the season above all else, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just don't want to lose them there.
And then like they come out, what is it, June normally they come out, don't they? And let's say you're not playing till September. And you start counting the days and the minutes and the hours down.
You build your whole season around those 2 games, don't you?
Yeah.
You look at everything around them. They're first and foremost, you know, and the managers and the players will come out and say the PC things. No, it's just it's
another game.
Oh, a load of bollocks. they're the 2 games that you want to win, isn't they?
That is
above all else.
Ever swear word in 10 years on the Tilton Talk.
I'm allowed it when I'm talking about the Villa, though, I'm not sure.
So what happens after the game's finished? And obviously we've won 3-0. We're walking off. You're all walking off the pitch.
Sorry.
What happens then? Do you see any other Villa? Do you see any Villa players?
No, me and Ross are just saying where we're going. Where we're going out on that night, and then Brucey tells us that be careful where we go out. And I think we ended up in the Meerkat at about 5 in the morning or something like that. So, you're just planning your night out because obviously you can go out. The Villa lads can't show the face, can they?
No.
You know, we've got the bragging rights then until the next game. So we were the kings of the castle that season. Then obviously going to Villa and beating them 2-0. So it was 2 very good nights after the game.
Wonderful times.
Over the years, for me personally, it's been an absolute roller coaster of a ride because that game to me epitomises the city of Birmingham. It really, really does. It's a divide. It's a lot of things which I probably can't go into. My very first one for me, I remember them having the Tilton, the whole of the Tilton, and they'd all got little pink and blue balloons and like I thought this is wet.
And I think as well because we went 16 years leading up to when we got promoted in 2002, where we hadn't had the derby game. I think that made it even more special because you'd had that long outside the same league as that they were in. You know, to get the chance to play them again just made it, you know, added to the spice of it all, really.
Yeah, especially with them gloating for that long. And
well, that's it. Yeah, 16. Yeah, it's a long time. I mean, is there any other? You know, because 2 big clubs. Is there any other big clubs that have had 16 years without playing each other in a
probably not
city derby? You know,
probably not.
I would think that would be one of the longest ones. So
yeah,
that might be worth looking up. Actually.
Yeah, it was brilliant times. You know, that sort of 2 or 3 years where we initially got promoted and then stopped up comfortable, and then obviously Christoph came in, and then we stopped up the next year. It was just a fantastic time.
He was just an average kind of player, wasn't he?
Christoph, he weren't bad, was he? He weren't bad. He could play a little bit. No, he was a great lad as well, Christoph.
What are we doing signing Christoph to Gary? We were at Birmingham City.
We couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe it. We thought it was a wind-up. We were all going into training and they're telling us we signed a World Cup winner and ex-Barcelona and ex-this, ex-that, and we just thought it was a joke. And then we actually come and trained, and you believe in it. You go, what's happening? He's obviously got the wrong club. But it was surreal. But I don't hold with the big myth he kept us up single-handedly because he scored 6 goals in 30 games. We'd have stopped up comfortable without him. But what he was the cherry on the cake of look at the flair that we've brought to the club now. And I think that season West Ham went down with about 46 points. They'd finish halfway in the league. Because I remember we played this game. I think it was Joe Cole and Di Canio's last game. But Christoph was just that little bit special, and it just made the run into the season brilliant.
For the supporters as well. And I think it was a masterstroke, to be honest.
You don't very often get to see the likes of him. You know, no disrespect to the Blues. You don't see flair players like him playing for us every day. It's like I equate it to when I saw Frank Worthington down there. You probably go back to when you seen Trevor down there.
Trevor, Frank,
like that.
Alberto Tarantino.
Yeah, so they come along very rarely, and I think when they do come along, they stay long in the memory.
Yeah.
You know, and he only had 30 games, Christoph, so he wasn't there a long time.
People forget that.
Yeah, he was only there 5 minutes, really.
But all the players that we signed in that transfer window, though, were very good signings, weren't they? Clements, Clapham, Upson,
Kenny Cunningham, Matty Upson, Sav, people like that. They were all. I think that was Bruce's big strength the first year or two.
He got every signing right, didn't he?
He made really good signings. He made and I think, you know, I've had the conversation with him, you know, in the past where it started to go wrong was when he was bringing in the likes of Grankia and Melchior and Izzy and people like that's where it probably did start to go a little bit pear-shaped for him. And you know, he admits that.
And then he walked over the other expressway.
Yeah, which was a strange one.
It was. Interjection.
Just a comment from Mark Adams, Andrew Adams, sorry. He says, Devs, have you heard from Dugarry or have any contact with him since leaving?
No, it's funny because a mate of mine does a little bit of work with his son. His son's at university in London. A mate of mine works for us and they play football or something once a week. And I've said to him, I said, see if you can get his old man to come over. But I haven't. And you know what's good though? He was 6'2", real handsome bloke with long hair now. He's as bald as me and Paul now. So it comes to us all. But no, I think he's doing a lot of commentary for French TV. It would be great to get him over. You know, I often speak to a lot of fans.
It'd be great to get him on here, actually.
Yeah.
We'd buy him a wig.
Well, doing the ambassador stuff, you know, you sometimes get supporters saying, why can't we get for sale? Why can't we... They're not going to pay for them to come over from Paris or Finland and put them up for. They're going to want big money to do that. You know, if they're about and they're there, you don't know. So it is really difficult to get the foreign lads over, especially if they're still, you know, if they're still abroad.
What was your fee for tonight?
My fee for tonight, a cup of tea.
What you bought in yourself?
Yeah, which I bought in myself.
You won't get one in it. Don't worry. You got zero chance of getting one in here. Don't think I've had a cup of coffee or tea in the 9.5 years I've been doing this.
There's plenty of drinks on there that are alcoholic.
There is.
Drinks as well.
Would you like a non-alcoholic drink? Paul?
I'm all right. I've got that, thanks. Yeah, I'm good.
I definitely don't want it if it's non-alcoholic. No,
There's a Peaky Blinder.
no, I'm all right. Thank you.
Have you tried that?
No.
Very nice. Courtesy of Ian Connor.
Nice. It's nice.
Ian Connor came in last week.
Yeah.
Bought us a few Peaky Blinder lager and a glass, which is now resting in its laurels in my museum at home.
Good.
Yeah. Right, got a lot to do tonight, mister, haven't we? It's great. You know what? It's cracking to have an ex-player in, but it's cracking to have Paul Devlin in because, like, as I say, I promise you, you ain't probably got a clue just how much you're genuinely still revered around the Blues.
No,
you probably haven't.
It's brilliant. It's a long time since I played for the club, and to still have that sort of feeling from majority of the fans is fantastic.
Majority?
Yeah.
Do you
always
think
get one or two that don't
there's a
like
minority?
it. No, it's brilliant. You know, obviously, but Birmingham lad born and bred to get the chance to play a couple
What part of
of
Browne were you
times.
born?
Yeah, Brummy born.
What part?
Erdington.
Oh, I lived there as a child.
Villa territory, big Villa
I
territory.
lived there as a child.
My uncle took me, used to take me down the Blues, obviously in the early 80s. We'd go in the Rocket pub, which isn't there anymore, have a few beers with him in there. And then, well, I wouldn't have a beer, I was about 8 or 9. And then obviously make our way down St Andrews when we had the likes of Frank, Tony Colton, Mark Dennis, Dave Langan, Colin Todd, Broads, Oppie.
Oh,
And that was my era of watching Blues. Blake.
Who was your favourite player?
Worthington.
Worthington.
I used to like 3. And I think it was because that there was such contrast. Was Big Mick, because he was just brave as a lion and fearless. Frank was just silky. And for some reason, I always really liked Tony Colton, because I think I'd still say he's my favourite goalkeeper that I ever seen down the Blues.
Yeah.
And
Frank Worthington's touch on that ball was
he was,
just
and I just
sublime.
remember the long hair, and we had that really nice blue silky Adidas kit, and his shorts was like swimming trunks, weren't they? And he had the big long brown legs, and it was just everything about him, his touch and everything. It still amazes me, and I was saying to Colin Todd the weekend, when I look back to that era and the players that we had, it amazed me that we struggled at times with that team. Because, you know, I mean, the 2 fullbacks, Dennis and Langan, I mean, what would they be worth in today's market? You know, Joe Gallagher, Blakey, people like that. You know, we had some real good players.
Did you watch the programme on the other night about black players?
No, which one?
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Get on, catch up and watch it.
Yeah.
It really was an eye-opener as to what those people had to go through back in the 70s and late 70s, early 80s.
Was it BBC, Nick?
And oh my God, some of the players that, you know, like I say, I don't have a good memory, right? And then I thought, oh my God, I remember him. He was absolutely amazing. And you know, John Barnes giving his testimony on one thing or another. And you wouldn't have thought that players like that would have had to have gone through what they had to endure for a game of football.
No, it's scandalous, and you know, you still see pockets of it now. So, you know, it's not completely been eradicated from the game.
I don't think they ever will, to be fair. I don't think they ever will.
No, and that's a shame. But you look back at some of the, you know, the most fantastic players that we've seen in this country down the last 10, 20 years. John, I mean, you just mentioned John Barnes. You know, I've been lucky enough to spend a bit of time with the likes of Viv Anderson and people like that. You know, he blazed a pathway. Luther Blissett, obviously with my Watford connections. One of my best pals in the world, Michael Johnson. So
magic.
Yeah,
I can't remember what the program was called. Somebody will tell us, and Adam, please look out for it. Yeah, somebody will tell us what the program was called, because I'm sure a lot of people watched it. And get it on catch up. Sit down for an hour and just switch.
Was it on BT
off.
Sport?
I can't remember what it was on.
I might have seen it. It might have been a repeat of something I saw about 6 months ago.
Don't know,
but I'm not sure.
Ian Wright was on it.
Yeah.
So there's no good asking me questions, because I can't remember anything. I don't know. Just lose the plot.
Paul, what was it like when you got called up for Scotland?
Yeah, it's a bit surreal, really, because I'd turned 30. I wasn't particularly playing any better than I had done the previous sort of 7 or 8 years. I think that the big catalyst for it was getting promoted, and then obviously playing regular in the Premiership. It was funny because the game that sort of got me the call was Newcastle at home, and I played really well that day. My dad just happened to be sat behind Archie Knox, who was escaped for Scotland.
Right.
And he overheard Archie Knox on the phone to Bertie Vokes saying, yeah, he's better than what we've got, blah. So he knew I was going to get the call up before I did. But I remember I was dropping my daughter off, and I was up by Muckley Corner somewhere, and the phone's gone, and it was obviously this German accent. Straight away, I thought it was Sav or Horse or one of the lads. And I remember pulling over and having the conversation. You know, would you like a chance to play for Scotland? Because there'd been rumours about it 10 years previous, you know, when Craig Browne was manager and I was at Sheffield, or even Blues. Because I remember in my first spell at Blues, Mick McCarthy rang me to be in the Republic of Ireland squad, but FIFA had changed the rules that year. You used to be able to go back to your great-grandparents, then they changed it to grandparents.
Just grandparents, yeah.
So I had Brian Hamilton and Mick McCarthy in my first spell at Blues, both of them wanting to be in the Northern Ireland and the Republic squad, but it was my great-grandparents that were from Ireland. So it was only a matter of England, which was never going to happen, or Scotland, and I had to wait another 10 years. So at 30 to get 10 caps was brilliant, because I thought it had passed me by, to be honest. Everything came late. You know, I was a late starter to league football. I wasn't in an academy. I was late getting my chance at the top level. I was late getting me international call up. So I reckon I'll be in my peak in about 3 or 4 years' time.
Signable.
Yeah.
Imagine us trying to do a German accent.
He can barely do an English accent. That Barnesy one. No, so yeah, well, you do, because that's what we were like. Sav was the biggest wind-up merchant. Horse was a big wind-up. Benno,
What was the funniest thing you'd ever seen? The funniest prank you can tell us?
We used to have to do a urine test every Monday morning. This is one of the ones I could say. We used to have to do a urine test every Monday morning we used to have a sports scientist called Nick Broad, and what he said, it was all to do how well you'd rehydrated over the weekend.
Yeah.
We thought it's probably to be if you've been out of the beer. So Ian Bennett got his dog to wee in it one day. They held the test tube under his dog and let the dog have the wee. But Ben, I would sign.
Now that takes some doing, ladies and gentlemen.
Or every day, I think it used to be a Wednesday or a Thursday morning, you'd come in before training and you'd have loads of balls, loads of shit. So that'd be your signing. I think they only do it once a month now, but that'd be your signing day.
Yeah.
And Ben, I would sign them M Mouse, D Duck. And I remember Karen coming down to the train, whoever keeps signing them balls, D Duck or M Mouse. But just all the lads. I remember in April Fools, Sav, Keith Birchin was coach, and we were just about to go on the bus to go away. And he's rang Birch. He's gone, Birchy, I've had a nightmare. I broke down in Leicester because he still lived in Leicester. Can you come and get me? Yeah. You're going to be late for the coach. No, you got to come and get me. So Birch was out to Leicester and he was hiding around the corner. He was letting him get all the way out to Leicester and then just come in. So the stuff like that used to go on all the time, especially with that group of players. And then most of the best ones, I can't tell you.
Did they ever catch you out proper?
No, not really, because I was really one of the instigators. It was one of the horse doing the winding up. So it never really happened to me, no.
Really? Dear. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, all you've got to do is share this on your... I didn't do that one for us, mate. Share this on your personal Facebook stream tonight to be in for a chance to win a prize for next week. Here we go. Right, okay, lots to get through. We've got some auctions to do, haven't we, Mrs. Browne?
There's loads of auctions here, so if you whatever you want to pick up to start.
Okay, we'll start with this.
That's Blues versus
Barcelona, is it? Barcelona.
Beautifully framed those as well. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that one to auction now.
But Barcelona?
Yeah.
Sorry, Inter Milan.
Inter Milan.
It looks like Inter Milan.
Yeah.
It's good.
I ain't got my glasses on. Right, we've got that. We've also got...
We've got that, yeah.
A signed Tom Ross The Game's Gone book. Now we're going to do these over a week, aren't we?
Yeah, but if anybody wants to put a bid in there...
You're very welcome to. There it is, authentically signed. If you could just pass us them, Dev, that'd be very kind of you, mate.
There's a couple more books there.
Big Fry, the one and only Mr. Barry Fry. There we go. Signed again. Okay. That one's up for auction. And then, of course...
This is one they all want.
That one.
Signed.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm just
2 or 3 pages.
Is it 2 or 3 pages? Yes, there it is on the next one. There you go. That. Boom. Okay. So those 4 items are up for auction. Now, Chris, tell us where the money's going.
Okay. I'm not on... Right, okay. So the money's all going to Jeremy's fund, which he's trying to raise, I believe, £2,000 for a funeral. And I think on the last count we were up to £1,130.
Okay,
right.
So an incredible amount. Yeah,
it's only in a few days as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And and loads of people have been involved in getting this sorted. Linda's set up the GoFundMe page,
which is very kind. Yeah,
she's worked like a trooper. Yeah, and Brenda and Steve, a lot of them. Yeah, so they're about £850 short at the moment. So And I'm hoping that Steve or Linda's going to put up the link in a bit for the page, so people can
the GoFundMe page. Yes, please. Yeah. If either of you could do that, I know you listen on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So there we go. A Big Fry, Barry Fry book, a Trevor Francis 1 in a Million. All these are signed, and a Tom Ross The Game's Gone, and a smashing photo of Birmingham City versus Inter Milan. I should imagine that's an Inter Milan because it's a 2-tier one.
Who is it? Roger Hinders?
It looks like Roger. Have a look.
No, it's not Roger Hoyt.
It does look like it, though.
Roger Hoyt, no. Martin Wentworth will tell us who it is because he's pretty clever on that. There's loads of shirts, t-shirts.
Does it not say on the back or anything?
No, I don't know who it is, to be fair.
And also this, which is so big.
Bring it in.
Bring him in.
You're going to laugh at you.
Yeah, you can dance with him in front of the camera.
This is Borsley Bear's great-granddad.
Knock the camera over and it's certain to.
Yeah, Borsley Bear's great-granddad.
Borsley Bear's great-great-granddad, this one is.
It's bigger than that.
You're right. And there he is.
There you go.
And Paul, we're going to get you to sign that shirt in a minute, if you wouldn't mind.
I frightened you to death waking up saying that.
You wouldn't be able to get into bed with it anyway.
I'll turn the camera on in 2 seconds. You can see what it looks like here.
All right, then, just some quick bits of news. Crew under 23s today, 0 Blues 1. Now top of the PDL North with Miguel Fernandez getting the only goal in that one, so that was good news for that. Unfortunate news for Blues women this week, going down 3-0 against Brighton and Hove Albion. That was away. But having said that, Lucy Stanforth, Rachel Williams, Sarah Malin and Captain Caris Harrop were all out injured, so sooner we get them 4 back, the better. Some great news. Tommy returns. Little Tommy. Did you see it? Little lad, 7 years old.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I've been following it on Facebook. Yeah, fantastic.
And he's now bouncing and bounding around in and out of the dressing room as an official kind of welcome back to St Andrews. That was brilliant to see. Invited into St Andrews dressing room to officially welcome him home. Wonderful, great. Absolutely wonderful news. Welcome home, Tommy, and keep up the good work in the recovery. Right, I've done Linda's bungee jump.
So there's been a £25 bid on the Trevor Francis.
Brilliant.
Okay, so that's 25 quid for the Trevor Francis book. Big Fry, come on, let's have ya. And Tom Ross, the goal's gone on that marvellous picture there of Inter Milan, Birmingham City. As always, we give an appeal out every single week for the Birmingham Home Support Team. That's one of our chosen charities this year. And for Matty P, Big Baz, TJ and the team, for all the great work they do every single Tuesday going on that outreach. We need sleeping bags, socks, boots, shoes, trousers, jackets, jumpers, hats, scarves, you name it, and toiletries. Anything that you can possibly donate to those wonderful people. And they go out, as I say, every single Tuesday on an outreach. The places that you can drop them off, I'll get in touch with here, Mrs. Browne. He's got a lock-up just close here where we can keep stuff and they make sure that it gets passed over in good time. Also, at Bawdsley Labour Club, our friends there, and our friends at the Conservative Club over in Chelmsley Wood. See, we're non-political on this show. Non-political.
Quite a few Bear comments coming in. The new Bear, the Bear is our new goalkeeper from Kevin Kelly.
Right.
That Big Bear is Mr. Fun. Is that Big Bear Mr. Fun?
No.
The Bear smiling.
Ooh, harsh.
And Mark Andrew Adams, that Bear is more mobile than Endor.
I've had a £20 each bid for the 2 hats as well. Fantastic.
Which hats? These two.
I think you're allowed to put those.
These two hats.
They're not politically correct, but yeah. But there you go. Well, one is.
Well, one is. The other one isn't. So I'll show that one.
There you go.
So it's £20 for the hats, £20. So that's about another 60 quid already.
Yeah, we're up to £1,190 apparently.
Yep. Excellent. Yeah. Has the GoFundMe page now been put up?
Yeah, it's all been put up. Yeah.
Okay, so if you could click on that link at any time that you like, and let's get one of our own properly sorted out so that you've got no financial worries over the loss of his mum.
And Kevin Kelly has bid £25 for the Barry Fry signed book.
Superb.
Brilliant.
Isn't it great, mate?
Great, yeah, fantastic.
What wonderful people they are.
I'll see Jeremy tomorrow. I'm at the Access Christmas dinner.
We sometimes, and we use the phrase often, but sometimes we use it loosely. Blues family. This is such a close-knit community. Yeah. It really is. You know what? When one of them's down, everybody's there to run around and help out.
Fantastic.
It is brilliant. It is brilliant. I'm grateful and glad to be a part of it. I wouldn't want it any other way. Wouldn't want it any other way. Defenders Night is coming up on the 10th of December, I think, Mrs. Browne.
6th of December.
6th of December, that's right. 6th of December, beg your pardon. I shall be there along with yourself.
I'll
be there.
Yeah. Unfortunately not, I can't make it, no. No, I
can't make it.
No.
You're coming here.
Well, you got on that you can't make it.
Yeah, Adam's coming.
Babysitting duties, I'm afraid.
Babysitting?
Yeah, parents.
You
parenting.
Can't organise a babysit between now and the 6th of December.
Take her down.
It's the only other option.
How old is she?
9.
Take her down.
Take her down.
Right, we want a poll, ladies. Should Paul take his daughter to the Defenders Night or not? She's 9 years old. Come on, it's at the Labour Club.
She does worse down the Blues.
Should probably heard worse off a dad.
Some good lads there that night.
Yeah, what a back four that'd be.
Yeah,
imagine they played together.
Yeah, they'll have a back four.
Right, Alphabetic Blues, if you could pull one of those out of there, 8:20, the time is absolutely flying past.
Just regarding the boards of the night, there's not many tickets left, so
No,
you need to get in quick.
There was only about 10 or so left last week that I'm aware of. So if you want a ticket for the Defenders Night, Paul, you have to get in touch with Ian very quickly, i.e. tonight, and get one piece.
And also, if anybody wants to hire the function room, get in touch with Ian Connor.
Because what they're offering is a very good deal
fantastic.
throughout the course of December if you mention Tilton Talk Show.
Yeah, there you go. Mention us.
Boom.
Right, is it a W or an M?
Oh, for God's sake, we go through this every single week.
That is a W, mate.
That's a W.
Yeah, we've had him. Yeah, we've had him, didn't we, the other week?
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
So it's a W then?
Yeah, we have, he says.
Okay, you got 5 minutes. 5 minutes to go. Your favourite player of all time at St Andrews with the surname
Frank
of
Worthington.
W. It's got to be
Easy
Frank
for me.
Worthington. It's easy for me.
Yeah.
It's easy for me.
I'll be amazed if Frank Worthington doesn't win it.
There you go.
Oh, can just. This is just going to be the auction bell. Okay. Paul Sterndale's bid 40 quid for the Barry Fry book.
£40 for the Barry Fry book. There you go. If you can beat that, you were £25 earlier. It's now up to 40 if you want it, and you want it bad enough. It's got a signature in it. Up the ante. That's all we can say.
Stand by your beds because Richard Haler is in the room.
Oh, hello, Richard, our actor friend from Miami. And hello, Mr. Faraday, Croucher Faraday as well, our other actor friend.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Marvellous voice for acting.
Oh, sorry. There we go. £45 now for the Barry Fry book.
45 quid for the Barry Fry book. Come on, the Trevor Francis won $1 million. It's signed. The Tom Ross one, the game's gone. Also signed. The hats are at 20 quid. Can you do all the merch in the week?
Oh, yeah, everything else, yeah.
Yeah, all the merch in the week. If we just concentrate on what we've got on the table. Okay. And we want some bids in for the Inter Milan Birmingham City photograph as well, beautifully framed in blue and white. Okay, so there you go. England 4, Kosovo 0 yesterday. 37, I was wrong, 27 I said, wasn't it? 37 goals scored throughout the course of this tournament. Top of the table, going into the Euros now next year. At Wembley, of course. Rate the chances. What do you reckon?
I just think it'll be the same as it always is. Everyone will go overboard because they've cruised through the qualifiers. When they come up against the real top teams, they'll struggle.
Right.
I just think that's the way it'll be. I think, of course, the seeding system's so skewed to getting the bigger countries there. They have such easy qualifiers.
I hate it.
Yeah, they have it should just be a straight.
Just pull it out of a hat.
If you get Germany and France, you get them.
Tough.
And then so you're playing all these comfortable games where you're winning and you're not really learning anything because you're not getting tested.
Yeah.
And you go and you end up playing a France or someone like that. It's a different.
But having said that, you've got to give credit for 37 goals in the run up to this.
Yeah. You know, they can only do what can only beat what's in front of them. But does anyone really know any further down the line if England are going to win I don't think personally. And bear in mind, I'm not an England fan, so I've got no axe to grind with Southgate or anything. I don't think they'll ever have a better opportunity than they did at the last World Cup.
Right,
I agree
with regards to the route that they would have had to the final and the teams they played. I think that not just England. I think that was a lot of teams' chances.
I'm slightly kind of luckier than you. I do remember the 1966 World Cup final. I was only about 5 or 6 at the time. Giving my age away, but I don't actually remember the game, but I remember like it being on and it being a massive event.
I think that there isn't really an outstanding team about at the moment. So I think that one of the bookmakers on the radio coming over was saying England were joint favourites with France. So they're going to be one of the stronger teams and they're going to be fancied, but. You just don't know if you look at the history of major competitions, and you've just mentioned the only one that they've won. So, would you be confident to put your last tenner on?
No.
I think we've improved since the World Cup last year. I think we've since we've come away from the 3 at the back, we've freed up that extra midfield play. We're scoring a lot more. Sterling's certainly a lot better. Than
Sterling's fantastic. Yeah.
So that front 3 excites me. Kane, Sterling, and either Rashford or Sancho. But it's just defensively
on the Sterling thing with a little spat he had the other day. And
I wouldn't.
Did it go on all the time?
every day.
Every
day. I put something on social
now,
media.
what was your take then on how Southgate
I thought he handled it poorly.
Yeah, I did.
I thought it should have been kept in house. Both of them should have had a rollicking. Listen, what do you think you're doing? And just move forward.
And then when it gets out to the press, well, it was a nothing. Don't worry about it. We've moved on.
It happens every day. Yeah, right. And he sort of hung him out to dry a little bit, Sterling. And I'm thinking, hang on, this has probably been your best player the last 6 or 12 months. And somebody, it was a fair comment that one or two people put on if England were playing Germany in a qualifier, would they have left him out? Easy to leave him out.
Who did you spat with most?
Oh God, I had arguments with everyone. I was a moody little side.
With yourself?
Yeah, I fell out with everyone, but it was always forgotten about. I remember having one particularly, public one with Marcus Bent when I was at Sheffield. And Warnock was great. We've had a fight after the game, and Benty's ended up with about 6 or 7 stitches. I've got a black eye, and he just went, right, both of you in at 9 o'clock, and basically just says, "What are you doing, you pair of idiots?" sort of thing. Move on, and we did. We only ever had a crossword on Spencer. It was just that night. We got on great before. We got on great after. And I've seen it hundreds of times.
Part of the game.
Yeah, just passionate. Just passionate. You're talking 15, 20 young blokes in a pressurised atmosphere. There's going to be arguments. Very rarely seen it ever escalate to where it was a grudge and it was a regular thing. It was just at the moment, bang, 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 gone, forgotten about. We all want to move forward.
Yeah, because the next thing he's going to do is pass the ball to you when you score.
Of course, yeah, of course.
Or you pass
that was why we had the row, though, because he didn't pass the ball. That was why we had the row at Sheffield. But no, it happens all the time.
Here we go.
Okay, so we're up to £50 now for Barry Fry.
Brilliant.
50 quid for the Barry Fry book. It's like brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Lee wants to bid on the beanie hats.
Here we go, Lee.
Doesn't know which one yet.
There's 2. There you go,
So
Lee.
far, they go for they'd be £20 each by Ray. So.
You got to beat 20 quid if you want one. Don't forget the 1 in a million. Trevor Francis signed, the Tom Ross, the game's gone signed, and the photograph, which we've not had any bids on yet, I don't believe. Keepers update, mister.
Sorry, Nick, quite a few for Worthington.
It's got
a few people have said Mark Ward, Roger Willis.
Great player, Mark Ward, but
Danny Wallace.
Listen, Roger Willis and Danny Wallace, no disrespect to them, but you can't be classing them in the same breath as Frank Worthington.
I think in my time,
Wardy was a good player, but it can only be Worthington.
I didn't see Frank Worthington.
I've got a good long-term memory for sure.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I didn't see Frank Worthington, but in my time, I'd have to say the best I've seen is Mark Ward.
Yeah, Mark Ward was a good player.
Yeah.
If anybody can update us on the Republic of Ireland score, would be very appreciative, because I can't be able to look on my phone because it's just too much of an interesting conversation going on here tonight. And thanks for looking at the thing. I mean, touchdown.
That's all right. That's
grand. Love this idea. Love this.
Jeff Whelans.
Jeff Whelan, good player.
I don't know who that is.
When
was that? When did he play?
It was his 80s, was it? Mid-late 80s.
Yeah, we do. Yes, it's a while ago. But
Steve Whitten.
Steve Whitten, yeah. Steve Whitten.
But again, look.
Still.
There's brackets apart from Frank Worthington. You know what I mean? There's look up some of Frank.
No, I've seen the one when he lops it. It wasn't for us though, was it? Was it for Leicester?
No, Bolton, where he's flicked it back over his head. That's the one. That
was a worldie. That was
always show, don't they?
Yeah, Bergkamp type of goal, wasn't it?
It was brilliant.
Which is why I can never understand the one that they don't show is John Gale's overhead kick at Wembley.
Yeah.
That was a worldie.
It was funny because I had Gailey as my guest a few weeks ago.
Did you?
And he said the biggest accolade he ever had was he bumped into Bobby Charlton at Old Trafford. And Bobby Charlton said to him they were the finest 2 goals that he saw scored at Wembley.
Really?
That's coming from Bobby Charlton.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's just giving me goosebumps.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah.
Nice thing for a legend like Sir Bobby to say to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where does John live?
He's back in Birmingham now.
Can you get hold of him and get him in?
Oh,
would you, mate?
Great,
please, because I'm not joking. Yeah, it's out of all every single game at Birmingham City that I've ever been to over like 350,000 years that I've been going. Right, that goal for me and that occasion for me was simply just the best ever.
Well, he lived down in
because
he lived in Torquay for years.
It was my first foray at Wembley with the Blues.
Was you there, Dave? Was you there?
No, I wasn't at that game.
No.
I wasn't at that game.
95, was you there when Tatey got the winner?
No.
No?
94 would have been. No, I'd have been
playing yourself, wouldn't you?
Playing that week.
Probably would have been playing in 91 as well.
I told Tatey he should have kept that T-shirt. How much would that T-shirt be worth?
Oh, my God. Could you imagine that on auction now?
Yeah, you get a few.
Any idea what he did do with it?
Listen, he's capable of doing anything with it. But,
I know he has been in, yeah.
I just remember him telling me he had about 60, 70 death threats after that. But another a great pal of mine, Tatey.
We had death threats when we did the coffin at Huddersfield, didn't we? I certainly had loads. Go on.
Benji Smith has just put in a £5 for the 3 to 4 age hoodie, which is there somewhere.
Okay, thank you very much for that. 3 to 4 aged hoodie. We've got that one. Okay, every penny counts, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. 0-0. Thank you very much, Adam. Thank you for that. 3-word review coming up, Chris, if you could. No 3-word review this week, so I'm crossing that off. And if you could get the Tilton hat trick ready, because we're already at 8:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Flies, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And Adam, have you got the cup there for the shares?
I will find it. Yeah.
While you're doing that, you're doing that. We'll do this, and then we'll all meet up on the other side.
In the middle.
So what was your favourite goal you scored at St Andrews?
I don't know.
What was your first one?
My first goal, I can't remember.
Really?
Wolves, wasn't it?
First goal for Blues. No, I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay,
I remember my first game was Sunderland at home when we lost 1-0. I remember.
I think his first goal for us was against Wolves, wasn't it? When we beat you got
oh yes, I did. Yeah, I scored.
You scored a penalty.
Yeah, we beat Wolves.
Yeah.
I always remember somebody put that on Facebook in the pitch. No,
Yeah,
you
the
never
pitch was shocking,
you never see a bad pitch now, and it was just covered in mud. So yeah, it was my 2 goals against Wolves.
But your favourite goal you ever scored at St Andrews?
I always used to score a few against Wolves, but I remember scoring a couple against Bradford when they had a good team and they had Gordon Cowans and Waddle playing that.
The atmosphere against Wolves was always pretty neat.
Yeah, I like playing against. I always managed to do well for whoever I played for against Wolves. And managed to nick a few goals.
Oh, golly, what was their manager at the time?
What's that? Mark McGee?
Yeah, cheer up Mark McGee.
Yeah.
The volley you got against Wolves was good.
Yeah, that was a playoff season.
That was a playoff season. And Leeds as well was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Leeds. I mean,
Leeds goal.
Everyone always mentions the Leeds goal because it was the first Premier one at St Andrews, and it was a set piece that we worked on, and very rarely did I come off the first time that you work on them. So yeah,
I love the looping header as well against
Stoke. That first game of the season.
Stood in front of the Tilton after that celebration.
First game of the season. Yeah, it's one of my favourite pictures. That is red up down.
I remember it well.
Yeah.
Jet black curtains.
Yeah.
Here we go. Interjection. Sorry, no, you must stop. Everything stops on the bell.
Pete Taylor said, "Can you stick a £5 on top of the highest bid for the TF book for me? Because we can't find out what the last bid was."
Okay, all right, no problem. Whatever it was is an extra £5. And don't forget the bear as well. The bear's kind of out of the picture. But
anyone for a trophy?
Right, Ego, we got to do is share this on your personal Facebook page every single week to get a chance for competition prizes next week. And here is the winners from last week, Paul, if you do the honours. Thank you.
How many do you know?
Just the one, my friend. Thank you.
Right. Paul
Sterndale.
Sterndale. There you go. Thank you very much indeed. Give that to you. Oh, we're flying through it tonight. I'm half an hour of the show to go, girls and boys, ladies and gents. This is, of course, the Tilton Talk Show every single Monday night through the football season, coming to you courtesy of our sponsors, Ball Sports, and in conjunction with, of course, Munch's Cafe, SAS Autos, our friends at Bawdsey Labour Club. Going out on all good Facebook pages tonight. And don't forget to catch up on Switch FM 107.5 and DAB all across Birmingham tomorrow evening if you're driving out the boat. Right, there you go. Tickets.
Groups draw. We're going to do that as well, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. How many we got? Is it?
There's about 9, I believe. About 9.
Ball Sports have been really kind giving us tickets to give away, and it's like a massive gesture. It's a lovely gesture, and you know, it's great when fans win something as well. You know, that they're part of it.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
And you know, there's some great days out. Always memories to be had at Blues, no matter what. You know, good or bad.
I was going to say some good, some bad.
Yeah. Have you got it? Okay, is everything under control again now?
Yeah.
We've got a candle burning in the back office, ladies and gents. I have no idea why. It's not even Christmas. Oh, I've never mentioned my birthday, Christmas Day, Paul. Never.
Christmas Day?
Never mentioned it before. Not once.
Cheap presents then.
Yeah.
Combine that.
I got a card the other day. Linda, that was so funny. When I went down to Cardiff, it was the rain was just sideways. It was unbelievable. And so Linda gave me this plastic poncho to put on. And believe me, that's the only proper time I've been seriously considering, you know, should I just go back up in the driveway? But I couldn't. I had to stand with my friends, and I said, I got a birthday card come through the post with this is the time Nick turned into a dick ring. I've got this plastic poncho on. Right, what's this one for?
Okay, so this is for the tickets from Ball Sports.
From Boyle Sports.
We're going to draw 2 groups or 2 pages.
Yes.
And each group or page is going to get 2 tickets to
to give away as competitions on their own page. See, everybody else lets us piggyback on their pages on a Monday night, which is great. You know, I mean, they don't have to. That just proves that there's no rivalry within our fan base whatsoever. It's not of them. It's not on us. We do what we do. We do it for everybody. We do it free of charge, and we do it because we enjoy doing it, and we do it because of the people out there, Paul. Same as when you used to play football. No different. No different, mate. Brilliant. Right. Okay.
Also, Nick, because you just mentioned, don't worry if you don't get drawn this. On this one, because eventually you will get drawn.
There you go. So eventually you will get drawn.
So we need two, yeah? So we've got Blue Brummies.
First 2 tickets are going to be given away to Blue Brummies to give away. Keep right on. Blue Brummies, keep right on. There you go. Well done. And Switch Radio FM. Thank you very much, Switch Radio FM. 2 tickets for you to give away. It's not about us just giving them away. Is it? We could do, and involve everybody. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
great.
That's what.
Can I just say, as long as Ball Sports do sponsor us, everybody will get tickets.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what we must say is thank you very much to Ball Sports for their continued support. And how great was it to see them sponsoring the darts on TV the other night?
Yeah,
brilliant.
I saw that. Yeah,
brilliant. Yeah. When I'm sat in the pub and I'm looking at, I go, what going on? There's looking for them. And I couldn't speak for about 30 seconds, right? I was like, let's Boyle Sports. They sponsor our radio show. They sponsor the Blues. It's brilliant. Loving it.
Sorry, a few people saying Billy Wright. Did he play for the Blues?
Wright.
No, it was Wolves, wasn't he?
I'll say.
Can't remember him playing for Blues.
Billy Wright played for the Blues, no?
There might have been another Billy Wright.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It doesn't stick in.
Here we go.
£12 for the Legends 8 hoodie jumper.
Okay, thank you, Adam. You're sorting them out. It's all busy on the show tonight.
Right.
Okay. Accessi Blues Christmas party.
Tomorrow.
Dun, dun, dun. I've got to put this kitchen in, Chris.
All right.
And I feel gutted. I bought a ticket. Or is that the Christmas party that's come? I can't remember. No, I don't. But Accessi Blues' Christmas party tomorrow. Now you're at the Emerald Club.
Yeah, I'm down there tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon. Having a bit of dinner and a bit more role as ambassador for them.
Superb.
So a bit of Christmas dinner.
Give them all my regards, mate.
Yeah,
they are absolutely wonderful, lovely people. Yes, here we go.
Kelly says he thinks it's his £50 that's bid on the Barry Fry book, but he'll make it 55 if Debs can sign it as well.
55. There you go.
But what if somebody outbids him and they don't want me to sign it?
You've got 25 minutes to beat £55 with
Dev's
I'll do that.
No problem.
With Dev's signature on that one.
No
I
worries.
don't think you want to sign that one there, do you?
No.
No.
No. Listen, I can understand what on the Basil.
Right, Accessi Blues. What a marvellous thing. Pity that Jeff got stuck on the motorway tonight, and we're sorry about that. We can't help these things; they do happen from time to time.
He's been up north.
Right, okay. If you could sign that one for us, mate.
Which the bag?
Is that the bag? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Century bags. Yeah.
Okay.
These are the sensory packs that have been organised for the kids. Oh yeah,
Sharp would be better one.
Oh, this still will.
Might as well do the bear as well. You're at it, mate.
Did you bring it with you? You sad individual.
Oh, that's
Christmas party is 8th of December.
8th of December. That's the one I am going to. Yes, on the 8th of December. I was thinking, it's not tomorrow. So it's the 8th of December for the Accessi Blues Christmas party. Steve, I'm not looking at the shout box at all tonight because I'm far too busy. If there are any tickets left, please let me know. Chris will pick that up and we'll just tell people. They're only £3 a ticket. And of course, the money goes to the brilliant cause of looking after our disabled supporters at St Andrews. Right, Devs is just currently signing, what are we going to call him?
Uncle Bawdsley Bear.
What about Tilton?
Uncle B.
Or Tilton.
Yeah. Tilton Bear.
Tilted.
I think he's died.
It's all over, isn't
it? 7 minutes to go to the last 15 minutes. Here we go. Huddersfield away. Can we have your predictions, please? Paul, yours.
Draw 1-1.
1-1.
2-2.
Pregnant pause is brilliant there for radio. I'm going to go 2-1 Blues. It's 1-2, Mr. Wilkes.
2-0 Blues.
Adam Wilkes, 0-2. And Mrs. Browne.
2-1.
1-2 Blues.
Of course.
Okay. And as and when any more come in, if you could just shout them out to me, and I'll write the first 20 odd down. And
no problem at all.
Who's the king of the predictions next week?
No problem. We got the hat trick ready?
2 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, do them 2 seconds, and I'll go for this one.
A rough count up. We've raised £175.
So far, superb. Okay.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Festive tours around St Andrews are taking place on the 27th, the 30th of December, and also the 2nd of January 2020. Did you hear that? I remember sitting at school and my English teacher, Mrs. Reese, with big black glasses, like in the 1960s, telling me about the millennium, and I thought, that is so far up. It's not even worth thinking about. It's now 20 years ago. It's now
scary,
20 years ago.
It's frightening.
Yeah, it is. So, so festive tours around St Andrews, 27th, 30th of December, and the 2nd of January, taking part at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Details are on the Blues website. Please go and look for that.
I've booked that, by the way, with my daughter. So I'm going to that on the 27th, yeah.
So you can do the Labour Club as well, then?
I don't know about that, but I can do the 27th of December.
The Defenders Night.
I'd love to go to the Defenders Night. But, yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Ian Connor, please.
You need to build a creche at that Labour Club so we can leave the kids there and go and watch the
That's a good
Defenders.
idea.
There is one. It's called the Bar.
Yeah.
No, it's not actually. I'm a licensed holder. The kids do not buy alcohol there. I know that for a fact. Captain's Club are hazing an evening with Gary Pendry. What a brilliant night that's going to be. That's taking part on Wednesday, the 11th of December, at the Captain's Club, and tickets for that one are on sale. So if you want one, get one.
Should we do this Tilton Talk hat-trick before we...
Yeah, Tilton Talk hat-trick. Here we go. We've got 5 minutes. This is the first one.
You want to see a better goal than that?
Who's that saying? Not commentating.
Any ideas, anybody?
I have no idea on who that is.
Let's do it again. Should we do it again?
Sounds quite an older.
That's Tom, that is it?
No, it's not Tom.
It is Tom.
That is not Tom.
It is
No,
Tom.
that's not Tom.
It is.
Is that Tom Ross?
It is Tom.
That is Tom
He
Ross.
sounded like a cockney.
Is it Louis Dunaway?
No, same era, isn't it?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. You got the right era.
Louis Dunaway. What a player.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's got it straight away.
Stephen Gill.
Stephen Gill got it. Kenny Lowe against Charlton.
Kenny Love. Kenny Love.
Was you?
Okay, that's the first one done. We're really short of time now. Let's do the second one.
Right, okay.
He's Shazammed it.
I wonder if you'll get...
No. I didn't score many with my left, and I know. Yeah.
That was a good goal as well.
Trevor's first game in charge.
Yeah.
I remember because it was about 105 degrees on the pitch that day. It was roasting.
I was hoping it might take you a little while, but no, straight away.
Straight away.
This one should be easy. This one. Here we go.
The substitute tucks it away very nicely indeed. 4-1 as far as defenders go is to just clear your line to the...
It's Daz Carter commentating, isn't it?
No.
Not Daz?
No.
Again.
Here you go.
And the substitute tucks it away very nicely indeed. 4-1 as far as defenders go is to just clear your line to the...
Oh, God. It's a recent-ish one, that is. Kev Phillips?
No.
No.
You're going to kick yourself.
Not me again, is it?
No.
No.
Kev Francis?
You just got that many. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, a bit brutal, wasn't it?
You must have scored a hat-trick at some point, didn't you?
No.
Never?
No, I don't know. I'm stumped there. You've got me on that one.
Ooh, someone's half right.
No.
Half? How can he be half right?
No one's got it yet. No one's got that yet.
No?
Nope.
Someone's got the
Julian Gray, no.
club.
Yeah, the opposition.
Gary, no. Yeah, Alan Smith is
We're
on
giving it
commentary.
away a bit
That's
too
right.
much, Yeah. So,
Horse.
which one? Who against?
Villa.
Yeah.
Spot on.
I knew because she was subbing both them games, so I knew we'd have a chance of losing.
There you go.
Jez got it just a second, like too late.
Well done.
That's
So
it, that's
who were the first to get it on the-
Yeah.
Who were the first to get on the toolbox then?
Pardon?
Who were the first to get it on the box?
Jez McDonough, he's named the player. He doesn't say what match. And then Graham Haynes has got everything underneath.
Yeah.
Very good.
Fantastic.
Very good indeed.
There you go.
Right, we were going to have the father and son thing. Should we do that?
Go on then, go for it.
We'll do it. Right. Can you name any? Because Paul, your son plays for Sutton.
Yeah.
Sutton Town, not Sutton United, Sutton Town.
Yeah.
He plays for Sutton Town, 17 years old. And of course, you played for the Blues, and he's obviously.
I played for Sutton.
Yes, well, yeah. And he's obviously open to further his career.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Can you name any other? It doesn't have to be Birmingham City related. Father and son who have both played professional football
For the same club?
Not for the same club, for any club.
Not for the same club.
Oh,
That's going to be too difficult.
no, we got one straight away for the same club, didn't we?
Yeah, we got one.
Yeah.
Between three of us.
We got three, didn't we?
Not
Two or three? Two.
I remember.
Go on then. Father and son act either for the same club and or for any other club in a professional
No, we got
capacity.
two. We got two.
Yeah. Yeah, Stephen Gill's gone for Bruce straight away.
Yeah.
Lampard's, yeah, them are the two we got.
Yeah, we got those.
We couldn't think of any more. Oh, Schmeichel, but they didn't.
Man City.
Yeah.
Both played for Man City, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
That's a great show.
Yeah, we didn't get them, did we?
No.
How did we miss the Schmeichels?
What about Terry and Mark Cooper? Did they both play for the same club? Someone just said that.
I think Terry played for Blues. Terry
Did they play for Exeter or something?
might have done, yeah.
Yeah, Linda's gone. Schmeichel. Ince says
Paul and
Steve
Tommy.
Ince.
For her.
This is the question, ain't they? Both play for the same club.
But no, it doesn't have to be the same club. Just mention if it is the same club, though, if you would, so that we can,
Okay, it doesn't have to be the
pick up
same
on
club, but if they play for the same club, then yeah.
Yeah. We were saying Good Johnson, he came on for his dad in an international for Iceland. That'd be interesting to see if that. I can't imagine that's ever happened again. Since or before. They wouldn't have played in the same international, would they?
No,
Redknaps.
Redknapp, yeah, we
Redknaps.
said Redknaps. We said Redknaps.
Did you say them?
Yeah, we said Redknapp.
Paul and
Bournemouth.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Paul and Darnell Furlong both play for QBR.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Should have got that one, shouldn't we? Ex-Blues connection.
Lindsay, where did you pull that one from?
Good one,
My
that is.
goodness
That's a good
me.
one, that
Well
is.
done.
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't on Google. Yeah, we got Redknaps, the Wright brothers.
Yeah, Schmeichel's a
Wright
good one as
brothers.
well,
We
isn't
want a father and son act rather than the brothers, though. That's
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
Ryan Stephen Clemens.
George
Both play for
Easton.
Tottenham.
That's right, yeah. Yeah. There's more than you think, actually.
There is actually, yeah.
There's more than you think.
Well, the problem is there's brains out there.
Yeah.
You know.
Not many in there.
How are we doing on the auctions at the minute, mister? No ball bid so far. Come on, you got 15 minutes. 15 minutes. We're going to end the show. Yeah, it's great. We're going to end the show on these auctions that we've got on the table here. Chris will be doing a lot more through it. And what are we doing with the Century Pack?
We can auction that off as well if.
Okay, what's in it? Have a look. It'll be like Christmas.
Going abroad,
Wasabi
Maldini and his dad play for AC Milan. Or you, yeah.
Yeah.
And Zidane. Someone said Zidane's.
Yeah, he's lads of goalies now.
Granger's lad's doing well, and he has a goalie.
Yeah, he's at I think he played on the telly the other day, didn't he? Dolly Jamlet or something like that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, possibly could do.
Browne and Nigel Clough.
Give that back to Accessibles and let them do with it as they wish. You know, it's got Paul's signature on it. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. So the Century Pack is going to go back to Accessible Blues. Could you take it tomorrow, Paul, by any chance? There you go. Because Paul's.
I'm going as well, so I'll take it.
Oh, knob. Oh, I'm going as well, so I can take it. Oh, I'm going as well, so I
every time you can have
No,
it, you can go.
I'll let Paul take it. Oh, no, I'm going as well.
Are you taking the bear? Are you going to take the bear as well for dinner?
Why not?
Yeah, take your premium passenger seat.
I'll take all the t-shirts as well if you like. Oh, somebody's put a bid in for the bear.
Go on.
£10 for the bear.
We've got 10 quid for the bear. It's got a Birmingham City shirt on it. It's got Paul Devlin's signature on it.
Yeah.
And it's a huge bear. Come on. £10. No,
Reserve.
it's got to have a reserve.
What should we say?
It's got to be. Paul, what do you reckon?
Reserve of what?
25 quid?
Go for
20 quid?
30. 30 quid. Come on, the shirt's worth 30 quid, wasn't it?
I said about a pound a foot.
Come on, 30 quid.
You're going to need a spare room to put him in, isn't
Yeah, it's great, though, isn't it?
Got to be worth it.
He's a nice little chair. If you like, you rest him against the wall. You can sit and lean on him.
It's not bad, is it?
I think he's been on the Peaky
I was going
Blinders.
to say, he's been on that Peaky Blinders, isn't he?
Have you tried it?
No, not yet.
No.
I dare say I will at some stage.
You drink your favourite kind of drink?
Yeah, like lager.
Like lager.
Yeah,
So
like
like not the Carlins and there are other good lagers, ladies and gents. Yeah.
I should try it.
Ale, proper ale.
Yeah.
Like proper
Pucker
ale.
pies?
No, my mate Porky's mad for the pucker pies. Whenever we go to Spain, he always wants, when we have a little golf trip in Spain, he always wants out where we sell the pucker pies. He's mad for it.
Well, I had word last week that pucker pies are returning to St Andrews next season.
Really?
I've had word. Right. Can't say where that word came from. Yeah. It might not happen. But I had word.
Mike Smith just said the Neville brothers and Dad.
Oh. And Dad. Neville. Yeah, it was Neville.
It was Neville,
Yeah, Neville.
He didn't play, didn't he?
Neville, did he?
Neville. Your face is a mess. He was as well.
Okay, so into the last 15 minutes, and it's anything to do with rock bands and footballers. Rock bands and
footballers.
Yeah, because I've just done that, yeah. Rock bands, anything to do with a rock band, heavy rock, you know, sort of like grungy kind of things, something or other. Okay. So anything to do with a rock band and a football, not footballers, football in general.
Paul and Lee Hendry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, somebody just put that. Yeah. It by saying Paul and Lee.
Mike Smith says Clivert and his son playing for Gamer.
Yeah, Clivert.
There's quite a few, isn't
there? There is quite a more than you think.
Not many for the sign club, though, is there?
No. We got Lampard.
Schmeichel. Furlong.
Bruce.
Yeah.
Furlong.
Bruce is obviously the Blues one, isn't he? Alex and Steve.
Yeah.
We're always there, aren't we, in the mix? You know what I mean? Doesn't really matter what it is, does it, ladies and gents? We're always in the mix. Did we find any football score predictions, or weren't you watching? We had one job.
I don't know if anyone predicted, you know.
The Bowen's just at the storages.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 1-0 Blues from Craig Courtney.
Yeah, but we said father and son, not brothers.
4-3 Blues from
Craig Courtney was 1-0
to Blues.
Yeah.
Graham Skilton went for 4-3 to Blues.
Graham Skilton.
4-3. I did miss quite a few.
Just a few.
Chris McKenzie 2-1 Blues.
Chris McKenzie.
Mark Andrew Adams 1-3 Blues.
Adams 1-3. Give me three more.
Lindsay Phillips 2-0.
Lindsay
Blues.
Phillips 0-2.
Stephen Gill 1-0 to Huddersfield.
Gill. One more.
1-0 to Huddersfield. Stephen Gill.
Stephen Gill.
Shane Goff 2-1 to Blues.
And Shane Goff.
Yeah.
Thank you. 1-2. So everybody's gone for Blues picking up points apart from Stephen Gill, ladies and gentlemen. Right, okay. Anything on our last few minutes?
Rob and Ollie Lee, obviously father and son. I don't think they play for the same club though.
No.
Cruyff.
Cruyff, yeah. That'd be one, wouldn't it?
Sally Clay has bid £30 for the bet.
Yay! There we go.
Well, Sally Clay, it is currently yours. If anybody can top that now in the next 10 minutes.
You ain't got long. 10 minutes exactly.
Are you going to get in there?
Well, she only lives about 5 miles away.
Get a taxi.
No, I've got a car outside. I can stick it in the
order an Uber and just put him in it. Yeah.
Just stick it in the edge. Okay, so we've got Rolling John Stones. Very good. There you go. Dave Twine's in. 30 quid for the best. That's another £30 on top of the on top of the fund.
We must be really close on the 200 quid now. I'll add it up later.
All right. Okay.
What about Kieran Dyche Rates?
Oh, you think too much, you do, don't you? You think far too much. You got any, Paul?
No. None at all.
I can't even remember the question.
Simply anything to do with footballers and rock bands.
Oh, right. Okay.
Brian Guns and
Simply
Roses.
Red Card.
Simply Red Card.
Simply Red.
Simply Red Card. Mark Adams, thank you very much for that one.
Simply
Red Card. It's easy, isn't it? It's easy.
Brian Guns and Roses. The worse they are, the better, innit?
Hot chocolate.
Somebody really put that.
Yeah. I say that every week.
Every
Benji
week.
Smith.
Yeah, it's tradition, isn't it?
Oh dear, it's cut copy paste, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so we got £30 for the bear. Come on, keep it going. You've got exactly.
Well done, Sally. And I tell you what, it is well worth it because it's a
big one.
I mean, it's massive. Is it? I mean, you bought it in. Is it? Is it
related?
Yeah, well, I was going to ask. No, it's got air.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh dear. Right. So yourself, then, you'd have been a Scotland fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was brought up with the
So
old
what's your connection with Scotland?
Dad and all that side of the family. Dad's
Right.
from a place called Coatbridge, just outside Glasgow.
Uh-huh.
So I was always
worked
brought up following Scotland when the home internationals used to come.
And when did
round.
your dad move down this way?
Years and years
Like
ago.
way
He
before
met
you
my
were
mum
born.
working in Skegness in the 70s.
All right.
Botlin's in Skegness. So
Okay.
mum's from a big Brummy family. And moved down near them. But yeah, it's always
Which accent would you rather have?
Well, I don't think I've got an accent until people speak to me, and they always reel off Barry from Alf Wiedersehen, don't they? So that's not a Brummie accent, that's a black country accent. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
And
I do get a bit of grief for the Brummie
And
accent.
there are very few people that can pull off a Brummie accent on screen. There are very
Yeah.
few people that can do it right. There
No,
are very few.
no.
Right.
Tell you what, there's some crackers here.
Come on, then, let's have one.
Robbie Savage Garden,
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Kings of Leon Best, Houghton and Cry.
I like the next one.
Oh, sorry, Houghton and Cry, innit?
Yeah, Rio Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah, that's a good one as well. The Jim Smiths. That's a good one.
Village 182.
Just come with the BTs instead of the Beatles. The Jim Smiths, yeah.
Village 182,
That's
yeah.
brilliant.
That's good, isn't it?
Which one?
Village 182 instead of Blink 182.
Yeah. Yeah, that is good. Village 182, yeah.
Sorry, Kenny Kelly says, Devs, I hear your dad's quite a wind-up.
Yeah.
You should bring him on the show.
Oh, he is, yeah. He just lives to wind people up, yeah. He loves a joke, yeah. He's not normally Gabba. He's normally winding him up, yeah. Yeah, he does love a wind up with. He's always been the same. He's always been a bit of a joker. So yeah. He likes the wind.
What did he do at Butlins then? He works at Butlins.
He told me he was a pearl diver. He used to wash the dishes. That's what he said. Yeah, he was what used to wash the dishes at Butlins when he was young. I think a load of these barmy jocks moved down and for basically a bit of a holiday and a booze. They got jobs in Butlins, and that's where he met my mum. Because we used to go to Butlins every year.
Yeah.
My mum's family. So yeah, met her there.
Huh?
Brilliant. Linkin Park G Song.
That's not bad. Charlie Adam and the Ants.
That's pretty good. Trevor Smith, £35 for the bear. We're on 35.
Oh. The Jammy Clapham.
Jammy Clapham.
The Jammy Clapham.
35 quid for the bear. Anything you can do for us, Bab? Sally. 35
regarding the book, Mandy, it's at 55 now, I believe, for the Tour of Francis. So you'll have to bid again.
Yep, Stone Danny Roses.
The Stone Danny Roses.
Thin Lizzy Readers.
The Thin Lizzy Readers.
That's the mean.
That's a good one. Thin Lizzy Readers.
Who's put that one?
I can no longer continue.
Mark Andrew Adams.
That's a good one.
Thin Lizzy Readers. The Monkeys, as in Gary Monk.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Thin Lizzy Readers. I think I've spat all over.
So when did it come about then with your second spell back at Blues? Obviously, you was at Sheffield.
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
I got a bit of a phone call through a third party. Bruce, who was at Palace, would be interested in going to Palace. And then obviously, he got put on gardening leave at Birmingham, and I was told that he wanted me back at Blues. But it didn't happen for ages. And then so I'm speaking to Jono. I'm going, Jono, what's happening? I'm coming because I was out the team at Sheffield because I told Neil Warnock that I wanted to go, and it didn't go down. It didn't go down great at Sheffield because I'd only just signed a 4-year contract. But yeah, I don't know. And they were only giving out 2 years at the time. They give me 4 years, but it was the chance to get back to Blues. Obviously, I played with Brucey at Blues. I played for him at Sheffield, and it didn't look like it was going to happen then. Brucey says to Jono, and I'm sort of speaking through Jono, he said, well, we've got too many players around the 30 mark. I was coming up to 30. He said, maybe, need some youngsters in the team. But they went on a really poor run. And then all of a sudden, it didn't look like it was going to happen. Neil Warnock put me straight back in the Sheffield team for a televised game against Norwich. After the game, he pulled me in. He said he moved to Blues. He's back on. So I did down the line that David Sullivan was a big influence in getting me back as well. And it all took off from there. And I think we went 12 games unbeaten. Not saying that was all down to me, but we went on a great run and obviously sneaked in 6th place in the playoffs, and the rest was history.
Yeah.
So it was great, although I did feel, I do regret the way I left Sheffield United now, but it was...
You can't regret that, can you?
No, you don't get the chance, to go back to your home club, especially after I left under a bit of a cloud the first time with the fallout with Trevor. It was great to get back. put the record straight and sort of be involved in a couple of great years. And then when I did leave again to go for Watford, to leave on on good terms was fantastic. So I probably did let Sheffield United down the way I went, but you don't get very often a chance to play for your hometown twice.
There's still.
Yes,
yeah,
I had 4 great years at Sheffield United. I was Player of the Year, 1 year, runner-up 1 year, and had a great relationship with their fans there. Fantastic club. Always strikes me as a very similar club.
Who was the best player you played with for them?
Sheffield. When I first went there, they had a great squad. They had Ian Rush in the squad, Paul McGrath, Graham Stewart, Dean Saunders. It was just at the end of the Howard Kendall era. He'd just gone when they'd really threw a few quid at it, but ultimately didn't get over the line. Then obviously Steve Thompson signed me. Then we had obviously Adrian Heath, Brucey, and then my old gaffer again, Neil Warnock, who I absolutely loved playing for as well. So we had a few managers up there, but really similar sort of fan base to Blues, similar sort of ethos about the club. I've got a fantastic manager there now in Chris Walder, who's an ex-teammate of mine at Notts County and Sheffield United. And they look like they're going to go from strength to strength, and hopefully they'll stay up this season, which looks like they're going to do.
5th at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah, they're doing well.
Right, Jez McDonough, I don't know how Ireland aren't winning this reference to the Ireland-Denmark game. Phil and Josh Hawker, says Chris McKenzie, father and son. I've never heard of them. Lindsay Phillips is going with Arctic Monkeys, and the Clashley Cole from Mike Smith.
I like this one from Kevin Tomlinson.
From Lindsay Phillips, she's on this tonight.
Stern Bon Jovi. Sorry, I can't say it. Stern John Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
So for a few.
That's too clever, these lot.
We got those. I was born from Mike Smith. Van Morrison from Kevin Kelly. Oh dear me. Oh dear.
Enter Shaqiri. That's good. That's good.
Any more? Are you watching, guys, to see any money coming in?
Yeah,
we are. Yeah,
we got 3 minutes.
It's on 35 quid. We've got 3 minutes left. There you go.
Frankie Lampard goes to Hollywood.
The plan. Oh, the plan, but are you the buy-up? Okay, what would you all think about Stockdale's speaking? All right, sorry.
Where's that one?
Tweeted him. Jez, there's 2 sides to every story at all times. I don't know what's right and I don't know what's wrong, so it's very difficult for me to speak. Paul Devs, would you say that TF's biggest problem was that the expectations of players was aligned to his own ability?
Yeah, there was probably an element of that. And the thing about it is where I think, it was
goes to Hollywood. Sorry.
Trevor as well. I wasn't one of his signings, and you tend to get a lot with managers that want to bring their own. I look back and I've mellowed on the whole situation. Now it was just one of those things that we didn't really get on. Although I did really well for him in his top scorer in his first year, and I'd scored about 8 in the first 12 of his second season. It was just I always got the feeling that he didn't really fancy me, and that's the way it panned out.
Well, on a lighter note, System of a Downing.
That's a good
Linkin Park son from Lee Geary. Mike Newlord from Stephen.
Lindsay Phillips, Devo. Sure, that's a rock band.
Devo.
Devo.
Or Devo. Il Devo. Il Devo.
No. It's the wrong one.
That's the wrong type of music. Sorry.
Before your time.
I know, yeah.
And mine.
Right, well done from Linda. From all who's bid on the auction, we're still waiting for Sally to see if she's going to go any higher than the 35 that's bid for the bear. If not, we've got 1 minute left. That's about 60 seconds of the show. Paul Devlin, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for giving us an insight into what you're doing for your daughter and all about the condition and one thing and another.
Brilliant.
And we wish you well with it. Obviously, we've still got people out there that are still going to do stuff for you.
Brilliant.
Because they won't stop.
Cheers.
I mean that.
Thanks, everyone.
I know that it won't stop. I mean, look at what we've just done tonight.
Yeah, it's great. Fantastic.
Marciello, as in Marcelo.
Yeah, Marciello.
That's clever.
Marciello, yeah, I've got that.
Marciello.
I like that one. But the Lazaridis one was, to me, that would be.
That was pretty good.
It's the ones that have me choking that usually win. Crazy what fun you can have in 15 minutes, isn't it? So when your phone's going, mate.
No.
Is it yours?
It is more. No, it's not yours. Definitely not it.
Yeah, I'm round the corner.
It's Bertie folks.
Yeah. You did say 9 o'clock start, didn't you? It's been a busy one, Mrs. Brown. Thank you ever so much indeed.
Can I just apologise for not putting your mic on for the last 5 minutes? So, sorry, what are you saying?
You didn't put my mic on for 5 minutes. You know how I go home and
Turned it
rate
down
my
when
own
you were coughing your
performance.
guts.
Sorry.
Put it back.
People are asking just very quickly, would you drop camp? And
Well, it just looks at the moment that Stockdale's never going to get a chance, so I don't see it happening. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with Stockdale, but it just looks that he's never going to get a game for love and the money. You know, I think Camp has took a little bit of unfair criticism, but he has also made some
and
risks.
he's pulled off some worldies.
Yeah, difficult one we spoke about earlier on. No place to hide as a goalkeeper. So there's obviously something going on behind the scenes.
Would you look in the transfer market for a goalie at Christmas?
Well, I saw somebody link Joe Hart with us.
Yeah,
Joe Hart and Dwight Gale. I think that's a bit of wishful thinking. I'd take both of them, to be honest.
Yeah, and me.
But you got to respect the owners; they're going for it again.
Well, yeah.
And I tell you what, I'm sorry for interrupting, but some of these players that we have bought in, like we're going Villalba.
Yeah, and they're good, aren't they?
Who's he? And like they're turning out to be little diamonds.
Yeah.
So somebody out there.
Good scouts.
Yeah, we must have somebody doing well at the scouting, but we need a goal scorer. We need someone who's going to get us 10 to 15 for the second half of the season.
Yeah,
fancy putting your boots on?
Yeah, well, I told you, like developer, so I'm 48 next birthday. I should just be about ready then.
£38 for the bear last minute.
That was the original bidder as well.
Who from? Sally?
Sally Cly, yeah.
Oh, Sally, what an absolute superstar you are. Going. Gone. There you go, to Sally Clay, 38 quid. Well done. And to everybody else that's contributed tonight.
Look at the last one. That's coming £40.
Oh, you rang the bell.
Sorry. We rang the bell.
You wouldn't do that at an auction.
Once the gavel comes down.
Your gavel's down.
Sorry. Shame.
Oh dear, no, I feel bad.
Never mind. We've got other stuff.
Every single Monday night we come along and do this. This is a Tilton Talk Show sponsored by Boyle Sports. We give them thanks for all the tickets and everything they do for us and for supporting us along the way. And to have Paul Devlin in, sat amongst us tonight, has been an absolute pleasure and a joy and an honour. And an honour. For the bear to go for 38 quid, for the books to go for 55, however much we've raised tonight. Jeremy, every penny of it's going to your mum. Chris, I know we'll sort it out and make sure that the GoFundMe page is updated without either with that or the money will go direct from those people to the GoFundMe page, and then you'll get these out in the post to you as quick as possible. Look out in the week because we've got other things going on as well. We've got some other stuff to auction and to give away. And don't forget to help our friends at BHST. There's a big need out there. It's very cold, it's very wet, it's very damp. And we also always pay them credit every single week for the great work that they do around the city of Birmingham. I know Jeff does his bit, and it's slightly different to what these lads do. And, it can't be easy. It's been a mad one.
It has been a very good show.
It has been a mad one.
Yeah, it's flown by.
Flies, doesn't it?
Crazy, yeah, great.
Well, stoppage time now.
Extra time.
Yeah.
You're not going to pay double time. You can have a biscuit, be done with it. I reckon if we've got Devs to sign a tin of Peaky Blinder lager, we could auction that off. Do you reckon?
I'm sure.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll have a tin of Peaky Blinder lager. There we go. That'll go on an auction in the week. We might just get a few quid for it, but that matters. It all goes into the fund. Right. Wow, it's been a whirlwind. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks ever so much for all your support. You are absolutely, truly tremendous people, not only for your charity, for Jeff's charity, for BHST, and now obviously for Jeremy and the sad plight with losing his mum last week. Brenda, well done to you for all the hard work that you do and for all the support that you give to Jeremy on a constant basis. You're an absolute rock and a diamond. Thanks to Linda for setting up the GoFundMe page, and thanks to everybody that's contributed thus far, and we hope to get all the rest of the contributions in over the next few days and just take that worry out of that young man's mind. He's one of our own. He's Jeremy. Come on, Blues. Come on. This, ladies and gents, has been the Tilton Talk Show. We're 6 minutes into extra time.
Stoppages.
Injury time, when are you going to the living room?
My wife's going to kill me.
I'm 6 minutes late for the pub when I get back home. But tonight, this show has been dedicated to Jeremy and to his mum and to everybody that's contributed to that charity and to all the others. And keep up the good work. Keep up the support. We are one family. Paul, thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thanks.
Mr. Sheen.
Thank you very much
for shining brightly.
Pleasure as always.
Mr. Wilkes.
Thank you very much.
How nice to see you. What did you come in for? I was just to get your shirt signed. And Mrs. Browne. And from me, good night.
So happy,
Good night.
following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's a team, down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our
Need new glasses or want a fresh new style? Warby Parker has you covered. Glasses start at just $95, including anti-reflective, scratch-resistant prescription lenses that block 100% of UV rays. Every frame's designed in-house with a huge selection of styles for every face shape. And with Warby Parker's free home try-on program, you can order 5 pairs to try at home for free. Shipping is free both ways, too. Go to warbyparker.com/covered to try 5 pairs of frames at home for free. warbyparker.com/covered.